Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Haley Wilgus. Scott has the night off. The connection between a fisherman in the video of a shark being dragged behind a boat and a cast member on MTV's upcoming reality Siesta Key series may threaten the show's popularity. A Facebook page created Thursday has attracted hundreds vowing to boycott the show that is set to premiere this Monday. ABC 7's Adam Cellini has more on this group and some possible charges that could come down on those who were identified in that video. Adam.
Yeah, well, Haley, people from as far as Germany are joining into this group, according to one of its administrators, all unified by the shock of what they saw in that initial shark dragging video, but also more media that has surfaced on social media.
When I first seen the video, it made me literally sick to my stomach.
What began with this video has led to a social media hunt for more photos and videos from the people on the boat.
The other pictures and videos to follow, it just got worse and worse.
Pictures with more wildlife, including taunting hashtags like FWC's Most Wanted and Haters Gonna Hate, are flooding pages like the one managed by Ashley Tarter.
These boys, I'm not gonna call them men, should get right punishment.
Her page's title calls for a boycott of the upcoming MTV reality show based on Siesta Key, after cast member Alex Kampathakris admitted he was friends with one of the suspects involved.
It's not portraying Southwest Florida, Siesta Key, in the way we want to be portrayed.
Many ABC 7 viewers are asking why charges haven't been filed. We talked to attorney Andrea Mogensen, who is not directly involved in this investigation. She says she believes Florida's animal cruelty laws do prohibit over driving, tormenting, or unnecessary mutilation of any animal.
The Florida statutes, as I understand them, do not differentiate between wildlife and domestic animals. It literally says that you cannot torment any animal.
An FWC spokesperson confirmed that the agency is receiving numerous additional pictures and videos from the public, and they are looking into this information. They have called the original video disheartening and disturbing. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Adam. Governor Rick Scott has seen the video. In a statement, he writes, "The brutality and disrespect shown to this animal is sickening, and I am sure that you share in my outrage over these individuals' heinous actions." In a statement released by Florida Fish and Wildlife, Chairman Brian Yablonsky writes, "Florida is a sportsman's destination, and there is no place in Florida for these kinds of callous acts. We are eager to move forward with the governor's suggestion to review and strengthen regulations as necessary to help deter this type of behavior in the future." A new alternative route to I-75 is nearing completion in Lakewood Ranch. Soon, drivers will be able to take Lorraine Road north and south between University Parkway and Fruitville Road. It's part of the Lakewood Ranch Waterside project that is bringing 5,100 new homes to the south side of University Parkway. The extension of Lorraine Road will open on September 6th, just ahead of snowbird season.
The infrastructure is going in ahead of all development. If you look at the development behind you, you'll see no housetops or anything. Roads are in, water's in, sewer's in, all of that stuff is in advance of construction.
Two other roadway projects in the works in Lakewood Ranch are Deer Drive and the Lakewood Ranch Boulevard extension. Both roadways will be extended south and will provide yet another route to Fruitville Road. Those projects, however, are not expected to be complete for another 15 months. Tonight, local city leaders are responding to claims that some of the Suncoast drinking water is filled with harmful chemicals. These allegations were published on a website which itself does not do specific water testing, but the site claims to have received data from the EPA. Both the city of Venice and Northport say the claims are not based on the drinking water supply. They add that the drinking water on the Suncoast is safe.
The data that they're referring to is incomplete and incorrect and doesn't even apply to our drinking water permit.
If you have questions or concerns about the city of Venice and Northport, they've offered to show members of the public how the water is cleaned. And now we're going to head over to Bob. You need a lot of water if you're out on the Suncoast today enjoying this heat.
Yeah, stay hydrated. A lot of storminess will be moving in, and it looks like a lot of water falling from the sky. Not so much tonight, though. Showers are around. They're scattered, and you can see a frontal boundary approaching parts of Tennessee. Up there, a lot of action of storms that's heading our way. And right now, the heaviest storms by far well to the east of our immediate viewing area. We have a few showers every once in a while that pop up here in the Gulf of Mexico. Had some rain earlier near Arcadia. There's just a little bit left of it as it makes its way eastward. But you'll notice that one lone shower just to the south and west of Osprey, and this one continues to move off to the east, so the storms have not been all that strong. This has just popped up within the last hour or so. Not a lot to it. We'll keep an eye on it. We may see a brief shower or two through this evening, but most areas will stay dry. We'll have more of the weekend weather. Big changes headed our way coming up in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The 5 o'clock club is here to stay. Steve and Mike Evanoff, the father-son duo behind the local Evie's restaurants, has purchased the 5 o'clock club. They have purchased the 5 o'clock club. They also have a bit of an entertainment background, as they also own the White Buffalo Saloon and Evie's at Spanish Point. The club closed earlier this month, and the Evanoffs plan to reopen it on August 4th. They'll also keep it named the 5 o'clock club. Steve Evanoff tells us, well, Mike Evanoff tells us that he's excited to keep the 5 o'clock club tradition going and add a new era to it. The bathrooms are closed at Hart's Landing's the Eloise Worland Park, but not for long. Sarasota donor Doc Worland is funding renovations to the park. He says more people are enjoying this green space off of Sarasota Bay, and Worland saw the need to improve the restrooms. Those renovations are underway. They're scheduled to wrap up and reopen this weekend. Worland says the updated bathrooms aren't the only changes coming.
We're also going to add lighting to the park, so because really one of our most popular times is after 6 o'clock at night. So by providing lighting, people can stay here till 10 o'clock.
Pretty nice. Worland adopted the park in 2015, naming it after his late wife. He paid for the children's playground, the landscaping, and benches. Still to come on your Suncoast News, a way to help women recovering from addiction, how a new sober house in Sarasota is helping these women start a new life. And later, new officers are joining the Sarasota Police Department, and some have strong ties to the Suncoast dating back decades.
Just go do it. Go do it. If you're not in control, then who is? Live above the influence.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Sarasota now has its first sober house for women. The facility, which works with those trying to transition from a life of addiction, opened earlier this month. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates has the details.
From alcoholism to the opioid epidemic, the need for certified addiction recovery centers have grown on the Suncoast.
There's addicts and alcoholics in every community. It doesn't matter if it's, a better community than others. They're everywhere, and everybody needs help and support. Not everyone can do it on their own.
The woman being interviewed is a recovering addict. She relocated from Georgia to get a fresh start, but after completing the initial addiction treatment, she realized the area was lacking the sober transitional homes many say is necessary for addiction treatment.
When I first came down here, there's a few locations that they had. There was one in Clearwater, but they were all full. So this was the first home that they had in this area.
But earlier this month, all that changed when Tampa Bay Sober Living Facility partnered with a local company to create the Transitional Sober Living Recovery Program here in Sarasota, the first all-women accredited sober home in the area.
There was a few treatment centers out there in the Sarasota area that begged us to open up a women's facility out there. And the reason why is because a lot of times the clients get directly out of treatment and they go back to the same environment where they came from.
Rochelle Wicharowski is with Recovery Epicenter Foundation. She says because of the trend, many addicts tend to relapse, and adds that's why the opening of Sarasota's first all-woman sober house is so important to the area. And those on the path to recovery agree.
It saved my life, to be honest. So it means the world to me.
Bobeth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Bobeth. Bob will be back with your forecast right after this.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
I dropped it on the floor, and he stepped on it.
No matter how you broke your smartphone, there's only one smart way to fix it. Batteries plus bulbs. Schedule your repair at batteriesplus.com.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is rated the safest and most dependable automotive brand, and all Subaru models with EyeSight are a 2017 IIHS top safety pick. Right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester, for just $209 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Attention blood thinner users. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. The widely prescribed blood thinners Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to a number of dangerous side effects, including internal bleeding, gastrointestinal bleeding, kidney bleeding, stroke, brain hemorrhaging, and even death. If you or a loved one suffered any of these injuries after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
Get the hottest deals of the year during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or save big on a new sleek and stylish Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Drive off today for your next great adventure in a brand new Jeep Renegade for as low as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
So, Bob, the weekend's almost here.
Yes.
Probably lots of outdoor activities planned. You're going to need
For
a
us,
lot of
it's
water.
about 5 hours.
Well, we have a while. We'll
Yeah.
be here. We got a few more shows to do.
But it's going to be a tale of two weekends, really. I mean, really, Saturday, pretty nice. Sunday, showers and storms come back with lightning and some very heavy rainfall. Weather headlines read like this. We are anticipating a change as a result of a frontal system. So more storms will be back on Sunday, and it could be there could be some heavy showers and thunderstorms with those, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Staying stormy, too, through the work week. So this past week has been relatively quiet. Well, it's going to change big time next week. And then tropics remain quiet as a result of some dry air that's out there in the Atlantic. Well, the Van Wezel webcam showing a nice day out on the waters, fairly calm seas. Now, the winds and seas will start to pick up, so boaters beware. We're going to have a little bit more of a wester to southwesterly wind, and that will cause our seas to be up about 2 feet, maybe even as high as 3 feet offshore, and a moderate chop instead of the smooth conditions we've seen. Well, here's the front. It's to the north of us now. The front itself is a cold front, which is unusual to have a cold front sliding down here during this time of year. They usually stay well to the north, but we may even see a little nor'easter develop here and take off and cause some problems to the northeast United States. But this front is going to make its way all the way down into North Florida, and that has bumped the high pressure ridge well down to our south. That's giving us more of a easterly wind, or westerly wind, I should say, and bringing these storms to the east. And a lot of that activity pretty strong, too, along the east coast. So this pattern will stay with us, it looks like, through Saturday. Then things start to change a little bit. Boy, Fort Pierce is getting hammered with some heavy rainfall right now as it makes its way toward the Atlantic. Currently at the airport, sunshine, feels like 98. It is hot. Dew point at 74, and winds are out of the west at 12. The pressure continues to drop now, too. Low pressure is starting to move in. 91 the high today. That's 1 degree above the average. 77 was the morning low. That's 2 degrees higher than average. And we could use a little bit of rain. I think we'll make up this deficit for the month, especially next week. And we could even get past the yearly deficit as well, as more rain is in the forecast. 90 at Waterleaf Parish, you're at 90. Braden the same. Rosedale and the Meadows all at 90 degrees. It feels like temperature a little bit warmer. Upper 80s at Siesta Key now, from Longboat Key all the way down south into Inglewood and Rotunda. Upper 80s there. 91 in Northport, 90 in Port Charlotte. The hourly forecast tomorrow, we'll see a high still around 90. Partly cloudy skies. Now, there is a very slight chance for a few coastal showers in the morning, so mariners beware. There could be one or two that you have to dodge. And then the main focus of storms will be inland on Saturday, with a better chance for showers and storms all over the place on Sunday. You'll see that tonight. Activity moves off to the east. Not much going on. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow. And then, as I mentioned, 1 or 2 lone showers late afternoon, late morning, early afternoon. And then the main focus will be inland in the afternoon. Sunday, here comes the front and little disturbance making its way down into our direction by late morning and throughout the afternoon. Showers and storms will be around. Some of those could be heavy at times. And that pattern continues. That stormy pattern will continue right through a Wednesday of next week. And it's cooler over places like Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, even in New York tonight. Get a look at some of these temperatures. 75 in Cleveland, 72 in Toronto, Boston 75, 72 in the nation's capital. Heats up out west. Southern Plains now 102 in Dallas. For boaters tomorrow, as I mentioned, a little bit choppier out there. A moderate chop. Seas running 2 feet, 3 feet well offshore. The water temperature, a Bathwater 91, 89 for a high for area beaches. UV index will stay high at 11, and low tide upcoming 11:20. A high at, again, 5:04 in the morning. Sunset will be at 8:22. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a slight chance for an isolated thunder shower. Most areas dry. 79, and then for your low, that's the low temperature. Partly cloudy tomorrow. Heat index up near 100. Stay hydrated. 30% chance for storms, and west wind at 10 to 15. The extended forecast, well, there it is, a big jump in the percentage chance for rain on Sunday, and continues all the way through much of next week. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. A family is personally thanking the Coast Guard servicemen who saved them back in May. An Air Station Miami crew found the Varel family in the water on May 28th after they abandoned their vessel. The family expressed enormous gratitude, and the crew members appeared delighted by the visit.
It's a tremendous honor, and the emotion in the plane when we spotted them. We probably flew over the area 4 or 5 times before we even spotted them. And then when we spotted them, I mean, we were cheering in the plane.
Can't thank Coast Guard enough. Just overly professional, you know, throughout the entire process with us in the water, but also with my family, keeping my wife and my mother informed.
In addition to meeting the crew, the family toured the air station during their visit. Sarasota Police Department has some new officers, 5 of them. Chief Bernadette DePino swearing them in this morning. Some of the new officers are local. Officer Ridge College is a graduate of Manatee School for the Arts. Officer Julius Gonzalez was born and raised in Sarasota and is a graduate of Sarasota High School and Suncoast Technical College. The 3 other officers come from all around the world. One was a police officer in Paris before coming to the Suncoast. Congratulations to them and welcome. We'll be right back.
First out the door when it matters most. For more than a decade, he's been right there, everywhere. And when American jobs are on the line, he leads the charge. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast, and we thank you.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Bob, I guess you got to get in all your weekend activities Saturday.
Saturday looks to be the best.
Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't canceling on Sunday, but you got to look out. There's going to be a lot more action. And we haven't had lightning around for nearly a week over most of the area. Arcadia's had a couple of storms. But so keep that in mind. We're still in the summer pattern. We're still going to see a lot of lightning. And also, I want to let you know about a new feature that we have on our ABC7 weather app. And it's going to help you out. It's called Engage, and it allows us as meteorologists here to focus on specific areas of where the storms are and not bother other people that are outside of the storm area. So we can really be isolating that. Again, download this at your app store. Look for My Suncoast WX.
WX. See you at 7.
This is an ABC7 editorial with Steve Sabato.
On July 21st, 1948, the owner of the Miami Aquarium had a problem. He had a permit from the state of Florida to own a single manatee, and on that day, 69 years ago, the mother manatee gave birth to a second manatee. And so began the journey of Snooty. We don't know what led to Snooty's mother's captivity. We do know both Snooty and his mother came to Bradenton in 1949 to be exhibited at the annual DeSoto celebration. After the festival, Snooty's mom went back to Miami, and Snooty moved to a 3,000-gallon tank at the South Florida Museum. It's believed his name was inspired by the famous 1940 CBS radio character, Baby Snooks. A natural wonder who lived an unnatural life, he was the greatest ambassador ever for wild manatees. He also provided valuable scientific data including studies that disproved the misconception that manatees are dumb. In fact, Snooty was quite intelligent, able to perform tasks similar to dolphins and remember the voices of former keepers. He also helped welcome and socialize injured wild manatees who came to the museum for rehabilitation. Let's hope he's not just remembered for being the oldest or the tragic circumstances surrounding his death. Far as I know, Snooty had no political interests. Seems to me he's earned a right to a public statue without the need for a petition to use his legacy to resolve our human conflicts. Ironically, Snooty died in our care at the same time wild manatees are surviving at record rates. Just this past year, their status was upgraded from endangered to threatened. Wonder what Snooty thought about that. Perhaps his greatest gift was the way local school kids look forward to their annual visit and the lasting inspiration he made on future generations to be good stewards of the environment, respectful and protective of nature and all the species of gentle giants who face extinction around the world. I don't know if there's a manatee heaven, but if there is, I'm betting there was plenty of lettuce for Snooty when he got there. I'm Steve Sabato, and we'd like to hear from you.
The opinions expressed in this editorial do not necessarily reflect those of ABC7's owners or management. If you would like to comment, go to our website, www.mysuncoast.com, and click Community.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Attention! Royal Seas Cruises has just announced their deal of the day, a $99 Caribbean cruise for 2 people. This amazing cruise deal to the Bahamas is only available to the first 500 callers who register in your area today. So get ready to write down this number and act fast. We know that the best type of traveler is a repeat guest, so we're offering this $99 Caribbean cruise to prove it. That's $99 per couple, including your stateroom, all your delicious meals, full spa, live entertainment, 3 kids clubs, and more. Come see why we were voted one of the top 10 best overall cruises by Cruise Critic. We're so sure you'll enjoy yourself and become a repeat customer that you're getting this deal of the day for the unbelievable low price of just $99 per couple. But you've got to act fast. Pick up the phone and be one of the first 500 callers to take the Caribbean cruise of a lifetime for just $99 per couple. Call right now or log on to RoyalCruiseNow.com.
Call 800-906-0489.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
I'm Ray Collins. Another wild week in Washington. A look into a possible skinny health care repeal of the Affordable Care Act.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.